32 seconds of logos. However, I also don't mind when the animation style we eventually arrive at is this beautiful. God damn it, we're not in the movie yet? 58 seconds of logos. Huh? Sausage Party meets the Emoji Movie is not what I expected from this record-breaking interpretation of Chinese lore, and holy shit, we're still in the logos. 1 minute and 24 seconds of logo. Wait, this movie isn't about space? God damn motherfucking over-logoing piece of shit. 1 minute and 40 seconds of logos.
Over the course of 1,000 years.
Discount Jack Blackeration wasting no time and lubelessly force-feeding my brain hole a giant exposition dump.
The spiritual energy of heaven and earth gave birth to the Chaos Pearl.
Kids.
The divine and demonic life forces it absorbed fused together, making it unstoppable.
Until 2 minutes from now, when we will see it stopped by a magic bucket.
And if I weren't so busy being a super impressive, butt-kicking, day-saving monk, I've been told I could be a model.
Taking the time to do a faux catwalk instead of immediately attacking the unstoppable demonic being of chaos. Also, the unstoppable demonic being of chaos allowing him the time to do a faux catwalk instead of attacking him first.
There's a good pearl. Come here, boy.
Assuming the evil consumer of light and dark that you've been sent to vanquish will be receptive to a treat and the promise of walkies.
It's over!
Premature whip abrasion.
Hit me now! I dare ya!
Premature you can't hit me abrasion. The Supreme Lord of Heaven sending these two fools to do a job that he could obviously do himself in a fraction of the time by drawing some lines in the sky and summoning a crockpot and open flame?
The demon pill is dangerous and nearly indestructible.
Nearly, you say? Well, thank goodness, because nearly indestructible is far less worrisome than actually indestructible. Just throw another crockpot on it, Godman.
I'm casting a heaven-made curse. A lightning bolt that will seek out and destroy it.
Finally! It's so refreshing to see an all-powerful character do the logical thing and immediately take care of the irredeemable evil monster without hesitation.
In 3 years' time.
God damn it! Also, why 3 years? Does it take 3 years to charge up the lightning bolt machine? Does he have to spend 3 years inflating balloons to create a static charge strong enough? No satisfying answer shall be forthcoming, so I'll stick with the balloon imagery.
Li Jing has won my favor in battle, and so the Spirit Pearl will be reincarnated into his third-born.
And if anyone is wondering about his first two offspring, quit that line of inquiry now, because they will not be seen or heard from even when their parents are in mortal danger.
If the Pearl is successfully reincarnated, then you shall join me in the court of heaven.
Imagine working with your brother and him getting offered a role in the court of heaven while your boss doesn't even acknowledge you. It's pretty stunning that neither of them saw Shen's turn to villainy coming, or at least a strongly worded letter from HR.
Once the Spirit Pearl is born, call him Nerja.
Roll chaos, it's...
How about a Twiggy for the Piggy?
Either the Supreme Lord of Heaven is blissfully unaware of how incompetent this Tai is, or he's a god on a deliberate path of self-sabotage. Sure, this place could quite easily install a ramp or steps, but then how would she prove she's a badass? The animators made sure she was eating an apple so that we'd know she was eventually giving birth to an asshole.
We can't just go beating up on the man. He's an immortal. It's wrong.
Because it's much more satisfying to beat up on a person who can actually feel it?
Look over there, it's happy hour.
How, in good conscience, can the Supreme Lord offer Tai Yi a spot in heaven as a god when he falls for the most absolute basic shit? He must have an incredible campaign manager.
I knew something felt off with you.
Distracting the alcoholic guard dog, but failing to anticipate the protective warrior father intervening in your ball stealing.
Look, a slave rune!
Shen is fortunate this plan to steal the orbs goes as well as it does, considering the slave runes he's using are so visible and apparently easily identifiable.
He's got control of her!
Who does Tai Yi mean when he says he? Right now, Tai Yi should have no idea who is behind the puppeting.
You want it so badly?
Not so badly that either of them will actually do anything to stop you, though. So more like medium badly? Also, what exactly is Tai Yi doing right now? Li Jing is trying to stop the evil orb, but the fact that this lady makes it to Shen at all suggests that the movie has either forgotten Tai Yi exists, or he chose this moment to go home and wash his alcohol-stained tights.
My lord, I'm not sure what happened. Nah.
Apparently, a demon pill entered the mother's womb, possessed the child, and turned it into a limbless mochi ball with eyes and instant mohawk. What the f*** am I watching? The band in the background is scoring this moment with the theme from Terminator 2. Putting aside the fact that they should be running for their lives, I'm not sure what the Terminator franchise has to do with this situation. Is it just an artifact of the dubbing for a Western audience? I mean, if that's the case, throw in some Bruce Springsteen or Prodigy. They still won't make sense to any of the kids, but at least you'll give the parents something relevant to enjoy.
I hope you can consider the greater good and do what's right.
He's over there.
Doesn't get much funnier than a blind man talking to a statue being corrected by an outwardly manly man with a surprisingly high-pitched voice. But also, please tell me it actually gets funnier than that.
The Supreme Lord put a curse on the pill, so 3 years from today, a lightning bolt will strike him and take his life.
And not a single soul will question how f***ing weird that is. Makes me wonder what day-to-day life is like in this place when the bizarre is so easily accepted. This is generally not the end that eggs come out of. Yes, I am aware we are talking about a dragon, but I refuse to believe this is the best place to store your dragon Jesus. The juicy fapping of this flying pig makes me uncomfortable.
One day here is a year there, which means back on Earth, a great deal of time has already passed.
Did you both have to go? Can't Tai make this appeal instead of leaving the village without its leader for who knows how long to deal with whatever teething looks like for a demon pill?
We need to head back as soon as possible. Maybe there's something we can do for him.
Like, wait 3 years and put him in a Faraday cage? Or fully insulated in rubber? Or buried underground? I'm not a lightning scientist, but there are plenty of ways to avoid a lightning bolt. And they never table a single one of them.
Next time, we can play as long as you want. I promise.
Is she planning on acquiring the ability to not have to defend the city from demons? Because that's the reason she's leaving now. And I don't know how she can promise to prevent that.
Master Immortal Tai brought you here to protect the barrier, not so you can be flashy mascots.
Describing these Dollar Tree stone guana toads as flashy.
Don't worry, I guarded the southern boundary.
Cool, but who's guarding the southern boundary now? Why are you both at the same boundary? Also, since the only way to get through this barrier is by tricking Tweedledee and Tweedledum into using these staffs, Tai would be better off having no guards at all. Thinking that a rogue fireball will choose not to burn you simply because you're already dead. This oddly deep pond still exists after it has, without question, claimed the lives of multiple children and domesticated animals.
There's no way we can beat Nisha.
Not true. Are we or are we not the Demon Hunters gang?
I mean, I can create a gang called the Orioles Will Never Lose when I bet on them, but it isn't going to make it so. We'll find out this plan was created by Najan himself, but it's still odd that none of these boys question why the fireball-flinging demon essence wouldn't just leap away from the traps or incinerate the snake or hornets on sight.
He needs something way worse. I got it. Let's add some sea urchins to the bit.
Which, fortunately, there appears to be multiple baskets of sitting right here.
He humiliates us, so we're just returning the favor.
Yeah.
Najan has been escaping often enough to make humiliating these kids a regular occurrence. So where's all the wrath and punishment for Li Jing? He promised to accept the village's punishment if the demon caused any harm, and yet I see nary a pitchfork in sight, choosing to run directly onto the bridge trap you've just been told is a trap instead of any of the other compass directions available to you.
Boundary beasts! Sir! Tighten the boundary.
You can shrink the boundary all you want, but that wasn't the reason Najan escaped. You need to start by firing those two bumblefucks and just trusting the boundary to boundary all by itself.
There's no guard alive who can keep me locked up.
Measuring his ability against the two worst guards in existence. Had I mentioned that already? How much they suck? I don't know if it's come up yet. Also, isn't he still stuck in here? Why would the guards leave the barrier wide open just because they've gone to fetch Li Jing?
With one stroke, you can change the painting to reflect whatever your little heart desires.
You got a brush, big deal.
It is a brush that reshapes reality, kid. Is he not listening? Any kid would, at the very least, be asking how much candy that thing can draw.
The disguising spell isn't even remotely basic. Took me 6 whole months to master my first disguise. Knock yourself out. Take your time.
Starting a kid who only has 2 more years to live off with a spell that you think will take him 6 months to learn. Using the infinity brush to bend this rock into a slightly longer sloped rock instead of an actual bed shows a frankly daunting lack of creativity. Doing more rescue breaths than could ever possibly be needed, as if you know there's a kid will comically explode bit coming.
Oh no, it's poisonous.
Why does the poisonous frog have any effect against the immortal being? Teaching a mean-spirited trickster like Naja illusion magic, or any magic at all for that matter. Shouldn't you start him off with a soup kitchen or something?
Good thing I have an anti-venom pill in my pants. Oh, I can't reach it. Can you get it for me, little guy?
I'd like to check the curriculum at Immortal Being College, because I don't think it should at any point include asking your 1-year-old apprentice to reach into your pants under any circumstances.
Oh, Grace! Are you all right?
I'm an immortal. I can't get hurt.
Citation needed. And said citations will need to be in equal or greater number than the citations we've already have of him getting hurt.
If you show me respect, the things I'll teach you.
Placing the future of this kid's rehabilitation on the frailty of your egotistical need for respect.
You want to keep me locked up in here.
A place this lovely could never be a prison, dear.
Kind of makes you wonder why they didn't keep him in there in the first place, doesn't it? It's a perfect place for the kid, and you could easily pass it off as the real until you figure out what to do with him and the curse.
I know you. I know you want the others to accept you. But you feel more and more alone every time they reject you.
Character explicitly states the main character's motivations just in case the audience has somehow missed the point cliche.
Then why don't you just tell them I'm the Spirit Pearl?
Najah would be excellent at this as a stupid lie with far too many inconsistencies to not backfire eventually, Sins.
Look at that. You harmed all those innocent civilians just to destroy a couple skeletons.
His training has been going on for 2 years. How have the dangers of collateral damage not been fully covered by this point?
Najah!
Don't worry, I got this. They're gonna love me.
Instead of following Najah through and using those fancy immortal spells to stop him, Tai Yi and Li Jing will just stand and gawk at the portal. It's almost as if they know this next bit of the movie needs to happen without them witnessing it. Nobody who exists as a human for a living spots this water acting very much not like water.
I've frozen the sea for half a kilometer. You can't escape.
I suppose Ao Bing might have some kid is in danger of being eaten by ocean troll sense, but it is still a wild coincidence that the two halves of one Chaos Pearl end up reuniting like this. That are magnets.
Whoa, you have horns.
Either Ao Bing is only just now realizing he has thorns, or he had no awareness of his hood being whipped away. However you slice it, he should have been hiding his face immediately.
Go on, make a move. Not too tough now, huh?
We've seen Najah perform plenty of spontaneous aerial stunts, and I see no reason why he couldn't just jump straight out of here or simply burst all the bubbles with a fireball.
Bring it on, kid.
How is he supposed to do that when his bubble-piercing rock arm is suddenly and completely back to normal again?
Don't worry, it's enough.
Pretending like kids wouldn't claim to rather lose a limb or literally die than take a medicine that doesn't taste like strawberry icing. No one will be seated as the two mythical beings play hacky sack by the sunset for all the sentimental sometime.
Go away, you demon brat!
I get hating Najah, he's a dangerous nuisance, but maybe stop calling him his trigger word, because it's not just poking the bear, it's repeatedly poking the same bear day after day and saying, "I'm not dead yet, you dumb bear." You'd think that after the fourth person hit him with a stick without him flinching, somebody would start considering an exit strategy.
I'm gonna show you a real crime.
Why would he ever use that gold band that requires all the summoning words and is only kind of effective when this red ribbon appears to completely incapacitate him? This extremely plot-relevant slime residue conveniently survived the acrobatic villager ass kicking that Najah just went through.
And who was this person?
His name was Najah.
Small world. Apprentice. Sounds like you just met the demon pill.
Small world doesn't cut it, Jafar. They didn't cross paths at their local Starbucks. He bumped into the demon pill on the one day that he escaped from a tapestry prison he'd been in for 2 years.
On the day the reckoning occurs, the demon pill will begin a massacre.
How does he know that? All we've been told is that in 3 years, a mail-order lightning bolt will come to kill the demon pill. No one said anything about a massacre. Why do I feel like I've missed entire scenes?
In the times of antiquity, we dragons were all-powerful beings.
Listen, I love me some world building. Go Tolkien and shit, but goddamn if this movie doesn't try to pack a lot of lore into a kid's movie. We've got an ambiguous gem, demon pill, and spirit pearl created by Heavenly Dumbledore, whatever the fuck Tai Yi is, and now, an hour in, we're opening an entire separate chapter about a community of dragons. Pick a lane or make it a TV show.
It's as much our business as it is theirs.
Maybe it's a translation issue, but between Najah and these dragons, this movie seems to be as much about prison reform as it is the Taoist yin and yang of good and evil.
We sealed our fate the moment we took them at their word.
What exactly was the word that they gave? Because that hasn't been made clear either. Was it a "we'll be right back, just keep an eye on these monsters" word? Or "you only have to do this for a little while" word? I'm just scratching my head, wondering why all the dragons would agree to come down here in the first place.
Its saliva can petrify people and leaves a residue. That misunderstanding has been resolved. They know you drove off the demon.
All true, other than the villagers knowing about it. So why didn't he tell them when he found the residue? Imagine how empowering it would be to have your dad stick up for you and prove you right in front of the entire village. It could have cut this movie down to a tight 70 minutes.
The villagers were clear they want to lock him up. Why would they attend his party?
Because you have evidence that he saved that little girl, including the little girl saying it herself.
I saw the Yaksha slime on his hands, and I will see to it that they all learn that at the celebration.
But why does it have to be at the party? Why can't he just go person by person or call a town meeting to clear his son's name?
Dragon scale armor is impenetrable.
If that's the case, I once again ask, how the f*** did your dumbasses end up getting trapped down here? It is extremely suspect that Li Jing's recapturing of the troll, who can turn into water and is hiding in an ocean, happened entirely off screen.
Oh, my poor child. You have been kept in the dark for far too long.
Either Shen has some all-seeing omnipotent abilities, or this was a real strong gamble that this 3-year-old would be left unattended, because he's in pretty big shit if anyone happens to be here.
Your fire-tipped spear and chaotic silk, they're officially yours now.
Would you look at that? Najah has been furnished with an armory of magic mere minutes after receiving all the motivation he could need to level the village. You can't just have the pig burst into flames without me immediately thinking that Najah set it on fire. I'm not sure how powerful Najah just became, but all the evidence suggests it's somewhere over 9,000.
It's just you and me, demon!
This individual still has a squeaky voice. This man is still blind, and this movie wants to make sure you are still laughing at those things. It must be nice to be Shen. It's easy to be evil when people apparently forget you exist and refuse to notice you. I suppose we're just never going to find out what the exact deal with Li Jing is. Does he have superpowers? He told Najah that he and Lady Yin were just regular humans, but he can deflect Najah's fireballs, dent these slabs, and hold the tip of this spear without slicing up his hands. I don't need much. Just tell me he's half demon or ate a possessed avocado or anything to make it make sense.
It's not right. If the hoop was still on, then Najah wouldn't be evil.
Wait, the hoop was the thing preventing Najah from going full evil? I thought the hoop just nerfed his powers. Again, I'm fairly certain this falls into the actual meaning lost in translation category, but it still makes for a frustrating experience knowing I'm missing some vital context.
If Tai and his parents survive, how will I sell our lie to the Supreme Lord?
Why would he be inclined to do that when he knows that you stole the spirit pearl and gave it to a dragon? I mean, he's going to figure out the spirits were switched when that snail mail lightning kills the third-born son of Li Jing, who was supposed to get the good pearl. Also, the lightning that saves the village from the demon is being sent by the Supreme Lord, so why would he give any credit to Ao Bing? Also, if Tai is immortal, then Najah shouldn't be able to kill him in the first place. Pummel him into a sentient paste, maybe, but not kill him.
Fortune didn't smile upon me when I was born.
Villain monologues about their tragic trajectory to villainy, as if that will make them more relatable to an audience who has been coded to hate them cliché.
Let me save his parents and his master to repay my debt.
Go.
Why would Cruella de Vil do this? He's managing to snatch defeat from the jaws of victory by handing over the hoop, and that still doesn't solve the problem of Tai Yi being able to expose the lie. This movie obviously wanted a showdown between Najah and Ao Bing, but had no idea how to make it make sense.
If they discover what you are...
Then you're going to have a very pissed off dragon peeling your skin from your bones for allowing his son and the only hope of escape to die. Why the fuck is this laughter? Ahem.
I'm an immortal, I can't get hurt.
I'm sorry. Let me get that.
No need.
We just watched Ao Bing kick some serious ass with cat-like reflexes, so the fact that he can be unhooded by this basic-ass, oops, I spilled water on you is a tough demon pill to swallow.
I knew I detected a familiar scent on you.
The dragons have been in prison for 1,000 years, so how would Li Jing, who we have been told is just a regular human, know what one smells like? Okay, maybe he's encountered a rogue, non-imprisoned dragon at some point, but they have done a piss-poor job of giving me any understanding of who Li Jing is, other than badass warrior, terrible father, worse village leader.
What else would you expect from a bunch of dragons?
We have no clue why everyone hates dragons so much, but we do know it's enough to blind them to the fact that a dragon just saved all their asses free of charge.
I could chase you if I wanted.
You could not. You gave your special pig away.
He's trying to bury Tentong Pass.
And doing so in the most convoluted give the hero time to do something about it way possible. Why freeze the block of ice above them when you could flood this entire village with the same amount of water and reverse Pompeii these fools? Flashback-induced swinus infections.
Let me show you what talent looks like.
Yeah, okay.
The fact that I'm questioning whether I can put any of this scene on YouTube suggests to me that it should not have appeared in a PG-13 movie.
These guys are fate-swapping runes.
I always wonder where these spells come from and how there always happens to be one that will have the perfect level stakes, no matter how specific the situation. Like, you just know there was never going to be a dodge lightning spell or I'm rubber your glue spell.
I've decided to swap my life for that of my sons.
Thanks, Piggy, but this information would have been much more useful before Najah decided to go full Brightburn on the village.
That's strong armor.
Aim for the head!
Great plan, but since he can dodge your attacks pretty effortlessly, I'm wondering if those dragons even needed to peel themselves on his behalf anyway. Fortunately, this will work like a Superman freezing, meaning it doesn't do any lasting damage at all. I mean, otherwise I would have been really excited that something consequential just happened. Close call. Look at the spectacular bending of the elements. A true avatar for the fight between good and evil if ever I saw one.
Stop! I am your master!
Saying this instead of any of the magic words you know that actually have a chance of stopping him. You already know your spear can't get through his armor, so why not stab him in the back of the head? Too brutal for PG-13? Sure. Effective? Absolutely. Things are going a bit haywire purely because Najah is trying to draw them out of danger with just his toes. But I'm not sure how he managed to accidentally conjure an entire 2D pinball machine. I'm not even sure why he would know what one of those is. Instead of enjoying the show, you'd think almighty leader Li Jing might attempt to evacuate the village and have everyone run for the hills. Maybe he just really enjoys the idea of his people being Man of Steeled.
I will not be a demon!
He said while growing several additional demonic arms. Why can the magic ribbon suddenly trap Ao Bing now? And if it could trap him all along, why wasn't the Jia using it to stop him from the start? Why isn't this ribbon used for all the plot things, I say? It's raining fish, and let's take a second to talk out exactly how that works. Ao Bing summoned a shitload of water from the ocean, an ocean presumably carrying all these fish. He then froze all that water until Najah boiled it into steam, causing the fish to rain down upon the village. So how the hell did the fish survive all the water around them being transmuted into 3 separate states of matter in as many minutes?
3 years isn't that long. I had fun while it lasted.
Did you? You spent most of it imprisoned and or complaining about being in prison.
It's my birthday. No crying allowed.
Deal. Skip. Just think, all of this could have been avoided if Najah's parents had properly grounded him from the start. Najah! These two immortal beings continuing to fight as if the outcome matters.
Dragon scale armor!
Shouting about the thing I'm doing so the audience knows how cool I am! Also, we've got a classic case of immovable shit I don't understand versus unstoppable shit I don't understand. If the dragon scale is indestructible and the lightning bolt curse is unstoppable, how the f*** am I supposed to know if any of this matters, or what it means when one does or doesn't, or kinda stops the other? It's a good thing Najah saved the village from that giant iceberg, just so they could live long enough to be electro-f***ed by this giant Zeus
It's ruining my entire plan!
Your entire plan was ruined the moment you let Ao Bing save Najah's parents. A decision I might never wrap my head around. In the unlikely event I'm still thinking about this movie 20 minutes from now. I mean, sure, it looks pretty, but I haven't got a f***ing clue what's going on. Fighting celestial lightning with the power of friendship. Dear universe, power of friendship too strong. Please nerf.
Let's give it back!
Oh, now I get it. They were zapped, absorbed the lightning energy, turned it into a ball, launched it back to fight the bigger ball coming from that God of Heaven guy, and all because... Nope, I lost it again.
How dare they not invite me to join in?
Because you have been an incompetent oxygen thief for the entirety of this feature, sir.
The multicolored lotus couldn't save your bodies, but it kept your souls intact.
Uh-huh. Also, for this entire movie, the whole thing, they've been saying how impossible it is to stop this lightning curse. And yet Tai Yi had a orb in his back pocket that could protect Najah's soul this entire time? Okay, it's not ideal, but at least table it as an option. Remember, he was going to let Li Jing die instead of mentioning this.
Wait, are you sure we can't go out?
Post-credit scenes that do nothing for nobody. Also, the only joy I take from post-credit scenes is the fact that sitting through the credits to see them is a gamble. And I suppose I get some twisted contentment from that gamble paying off. So robbing me of that modicum of joy by telling me there's going to be a post-credit scene is a real low-blow movie. Maleficent is clearly talking down there, but there is no audio. Did we forget to dub this bit? Or did somebody not realize they had more lines to read after the credits?
Jiang Ziya, you know your sin.
Is it including a post-credit scene advertising a movie only tangentially related to the movie I just watched? Because I know that sin too, and it bears a heavy toll.
The power of Christ compels you! I'm not dead!
Laugh all you want, you demon!
Nobody calls me chicken needles. Nobody!
I'm pushing to a much spicier song. Is everyone familiar with the Gypsy King's Bamboleo?
Brat! It's Shen Gung Bao!
Let me ask you a question, Bonehead. Why are you trying to kill me?
Oh no, he's hot!
Lollipop! I'm the master of my destiny!
My density has brought me to you.
I'm not done with you!
Looks like Team Rocket's blasting off again!